friends. We are back for another episode with Ole Smokey, Gatlinburg's Tennessee Peach Whiskey.
And I will refrain from singing a refrain of On Top of Ole Smokey.
Thank you.
Just for you. I'm Richard.
I'm Carrie.
And welcome back to the Bottom Shelf Project, where we drink it so you don't have to.
Our goal is to find penultimate bottom shelf whiskeys. These have to be distilled liquors, full-size bottle, 750 milliliters or greater, at a price point of $19.99 or less. This came from a local liquor store, Broidy's.
Man, I haven't been there in years.
Yeah, I used to think they were just in St. Augustine, but they've got one in Ponte Vedra now.
Oh, wow.
And this came in, I believe, at a whopping $15.
$15.
And
Make you holler.
Was intrigued by some of the descriptions. Now, this is more of a liqueur than a full liquor, partially because it's flavored, but also because the alcohol proof, it's only 30%, 60 proof, as opposed to normal 80.
Can you? See, I would think that whiskey would have some kind of proof minimum to be considered a whiskey. You'd think.
Whiskey, no. Bourbon and Scotch, yes. They have legal controls on what you can say is that before you put it in the bottle. If it doesn't meet those criteria, you can call it just
so
whiskey. Technically this is a liqueur. And I'll see what they say on the back of this bad boy.
I was gonna say girl drink drunk, but.
And I think you're probably right, because it's awful thin of information on the back. All it really says is whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color added. And that's kind of verbatim amongst most things, but people turn their
now, I will say
nose up at things
that one we tasted yesterday said pretty much the same thing.
True.
It said artificial flavors, whiskey, and caramel color. And that one was good.
That was a straight up liqueur. And that fell slightly outside of our guidelines. That was $25. That is Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
Peanut butter whiskey.
And we may make an exception for that in the near future because it is only slightly outside of our price range, because that stuff was just manna from heaven. It was divine. If you like peanut butter,
I can smell it. I can smell it from here.
Oh my goodness. Woo!
Oh, that's nasty.
That's almost cloying.
That's
powerful.
That's nasty. That smells like those peaches went bad.
You know, that smells like if you could make an essential oil out of peach Jolly Rancher. I have a limited sense of smell.
I don't.
He's not.
Well, yeah, I do actually. I do have. Because my wife has a much better sense of smell than I do. She would probably be gagging on this.
Yeah, I could pick this up when it was still in the cup before I picked it up.
I could smell it. Like I said, I could smell it before I even picked the cup up.
So, it does smell of peach.
Like rotten peach.
It's a really powerful smell with cloying sweetness.
Yeah.
I mean, just heavy, syrupy.
You know when you bruise a peach?
Yes.
And it has that's what it's like. It's like a really broken peach.
If you could mix that smell with the aroma of if you're cooking down corn syrup. That sugar. Oily.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. You can imagine that.
All right. Well, let's see.
It's really sweet. Like candy sweet.
That 10% alcohol volume that's missing is replaced by sugar.
Yeah. By the volume. It's 10% volume of sugar.
Pro tip, this ain't a neat sipper.
No, this is it's super sweet.
Wow, is that sweet. Like this almost tastes like the concentrate you put over snow cones.
Yeah, like extract. Like honestly, if you just burnt the alcohol for this, it's ready for dessert.
Yeah.
It's that sweet.
That it does not taste as bad as the smell. The smell is
that's true.
Really overpowering. The taste,
it's true.
It doesn't taste synthetic. It tastes like peaches to me, like really ripe peaches. The peaches, when they're so ripe, they're almost too soft to eat.
Look at the oil.
That's that sugar, man. I'm telling you, that's the sugar content.
Look at that. You can. Oh,
Yep.
I wish we had a better camera because you can
Yep.
see.
There's a halo around the ice cube as it slowly.
And you can see the activity of.
Yeah, it's an extraordinarily hot day today. It says it's 93 outside, but thermometers lie. I think it's about 100.
You can see it exciting, like the.
Yep.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's I don't know.
You can see I think that's that heavy syrup. Now it does give it a smell. Now it really blunted that odor.
It did. The odor is it's because it's all been dispersed through the. That's crazy. It has a film over the top of it now.
Oh. As it's diluted down, that's a lot more palatable. I still wouldn't drink it straight, but now I'm seeing possibilities.
Okay. This is the sorority sister that wants to think she's badass and drinks whiskey straight. So she drinks this to impress all of her friends. That's what this is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that ain't whiskey.
Hey, and no offense to anybody, we use the girl drink drunk joke an awful lot because we all love Kids in the Hall.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen that Kids in the Hall sketch,
You're already on YouTube.
yeah, go
It's
look it up.
search away.
But yeah, this is incredibly sweet. Even diluted down a bit, it's just sticky like sugar.
No, there's no way. And this thing should come with like a warning for anyone who has any kind of sugar problems. Because it is, like, you need some insulin after this.
And then to go hand in hand with that, it is so sweet and the aroma is so powerful. I don't pick up much of a trace of alcohol in this.
No. Well, especially, there was a tiny bit before we put the ice in.
When it was just neat.
When it was neat.
You pour this over shaved ice, and it would be imperceptible.
It would be slushy. It would be a snow cone.
Yeah, or a slushy, like you say, yeah.
Yeah.
If you could,
yeah.
it's like some of those bars on Bourbon Street where you go have a slushy machine, you pull a lever, it fills it full of.
This would be
one of those.
perfect for that.
Mm-hmm. So, I can't condemn it. I can't endorse it. So I want to try something that I saw suggested with it. We're gonna make a little simple cocktail, and I actually, now that we've seen how sweet it is, I think it may actually work. So here we are back again. Went a little unorthodox with our cocktail based on a suggestion that I saw linked to this. This is just a nice, strong black tea, unsweetened, with a shot glass worth of the whiskey tossed in, and I think that it may work really well, and I do like a good peach tea. This is the Deep South, so
We like our tea.
we like our tea. So,
Cheers.
I can actually still smell it over the tea. I think it could stand a little bit more than the shot glass.
I think it's stand more than the shot glass. So let's amp it up a little bit. Let's do another shot. Let's do 2 shots. 2 shots. Because
I can taste the peach, but it's the sugariness is not as strong as I
it's
thought.
gone. It's gone. That tea just
The tannins in the tea really.
put it on. But yeah, you could taste the peach. It was still there. The peach flavor was still that strong. I should probably get a spoon and stir this, but
The way that it reacted to that one ice cube.
yeah, that's true. It's still not there. So
It's not Southern sweet tea.
it is not Southern sweet tea. You probably want to put some simple syrup in there, or
The peach flavor is just right. I don't think I'd want the peachiness to be too much stronger than this.
no. I'm 2 ounces of this. Well, I actually technically that's 4 ounces.
Yeah.
4 ounces of that in this. But I think you need a simple syrup or
And again, this is to taste for us because Southern sweet tea often is enough to
Even a
send you
little
into diabetic shock.
even a little lemonade.
Oh!
To go with the
do an
peach
Arnold, do an Arnold Palmer, half lemonade, half tea.
With that peach in there.
Oh yeah,
So
that's
and
wisdom.
and then get your sugar from the lemonade.
Yeah,
I
I like a good Arnold Palmer, and that would really be a little crowning jewel for something like
I think
that.
that's what it needs. This tea is kind of a strong tea anyway, because I like strong tea.
As do I.
So it's having to work really hard against this tea. It's having to put some work.
That being said, I still like it.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
It's not perfect. It could be better.
But here's the thing: I drink unsweet tea.
Oh, okay.
I don't drink sweet tea. So for me, this is what I would drink. However, I know that if you want a cocktail, you generally want it a little sweeter.
And I do drink a lot of tea. I put down a picture of sweet tea in a day, but mine I use fake sugar in it. So now it's just instinctively sweeter.
And I just drink straight unsweet tea. So, however, the peach almost wants some more sweetness.
Yeah.
To go with the peach.
Yeah. Well, I think we're kind of skewed as well because the memory of that just over ice is still fresh in my mind, and it was so overpowering. If we hadn't had that first, I don't think it would have shocked our senses as much, and this may be a little bit sweeter to us.
Well, it's true. Well, I don't know, because there's 4 ounces of this in here. That's a pretty solid.
Yeah.
That's a pretty hefty pour, right? Like, and the peach flavor is there, and there's a hint of sweetness. It's not pure black tea. Yeah.
Again, it's just not southern sweet tea. It's not as sweet as I thought.
It's not as sweet as it. I don't think it's as sweet as it should be for a cocktail. But again, that's a quick fix with some lemonade, some simple syrup, just a pack of Splenda, whatever your kink is.
Some fresh mint.
Some fresh mint and some simple syrup.
I even enjoy those canned Arnold Palmers that you get.
At those Arizona Arnold Palmers.
Yeah.
Throw that right in the can, you're good to go.
There you go. Bottom shelf cocktail tip.
So,
99 cents. It's almost a liter worth of stuff in one tin can. Pour in some of this stuff and you're ready to go.
And probably a lot, because like we said...
that being said, this is still fine hot weather drinking.
Oh, we were talking. It's heat index today is probably like 105 today.
Yeah.
It's hot. So
it's hot and humid, and something that's not as high octane is really welcome. And this is going down well.
And again, if you had put a little sweetness in this, put a little sugar in this, if you got people that aren't drinkers, this makes a nice cocktail for those people, right? Like if you're, I mean, let's be honest.
If we had not made this ourselves, if someone had just handed me this glass, I would never have thought that it was
alcoholic.
It was alcohol. No.
Never thought it was alcoholic. At all.
And granted, I've got a middle-aged Englishman's liver, so I could probably drink a dozen of these and it wouldn't faze me. But if someone has a lower alcohol content...
It is a lower alcohol. I mean, it is only 60 proof.
Yeah,
so
60 to 30%. But again, some people that rarely touch it or have a lighter tolerance, a couple of these I think would make them a little fuzzy around the edges.
All right, so final thoughts on Ole Smokey here.
Niche.
It's definitely a niche product.
It's niche. It's got its uses. If you really like peach flavor, I can think off the top of my head about a half a dozen different things that you could put this into. Desserts.
Oh, I think it'd be great in desserts.
Yeah.
Peach chicken. Like because we're from the South, we put peaches in almost anything. Georgia's
an
hour away. I think it would go good in a peach cobbler.
Oh yeah.
I think
a whipped cream, because you are really good at making your whipped cream. An alcoholic whipped cream.
Alcoholic whipped cream, that little peach whipped cream. But I think it would go good in an Arnold Palmer. I think it would go good in
the alcoholic component to a peach lemonade. If you want to just do something straight like that.
I think it might be interesting in like an old fashioned too.
If you could use that in the replacement of some simple syrup, then yeah, I think it would work really well. And there are a couple other cocktail ideas that come off the top of my head. Mix that with some bourbon or a good corn whiskey. Like that mixed with mellow corn, which we haven't reviewed, but sooner or later I'm going to.
I thought we didn't do mellow corn.
Nope, we haven't done an official mellow corn yet. We've mentioned it, but we've never done it. But that mixed with some mellow corn, because mellow corn is high octane. That's 100 proof. That's bottled and bond.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's so sweet you can't.
It's a manly drink though.
I would have guessed that.
I mean, even things that you wouldn't think would mix. Like if we mix some of this with 40 Creek, and poured it over ice.
Well, you know what? I have it right there. So we brought some 40 Creek, which we have reviewed before.
It's a fine Canadian whiskey.
Very good whiskey. Highly recommend it. But it's also got a very heavy walnutty flavor, black walnut. So we're gonna do a simple cocktail, 1-to-1, of this peach, which is really highly sweet, with this walnutty 40 Creek. I mean, just the color difference alone, right? Ooh, I spilled it. Party foul. All right. Give that a little.
Give it a chance to get friendly.
The color on that is really nice, actually. It's very amber, very nice.
Give that a quick nose.
Tastes like, it smells almost like peach cobbler.
It does.
That walnutiness from
The nuttiness
the
from
40 Creek.
Yeah.
It acts almost like the pastry crust.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. It's like the combination of a really brown caramelized crust and that bubbly peach goo in the pie filling.
Here we go.
That is a revelation.
Wow.
That is a freaking revelation. I could drink that all night long.
Huh. I didn't see that coming.
Oh, woo! That is a winner.
That's tasty. That's really tasty. I'm almost at a loss for words for that because it's a whole new animal, right? We've created our own blended whiskey here.
The 40 Creek adds the savoriness and a little bit umami from that walnut flavor and a little bit more alcohol content to overcome
This just pure sweetness.
the sweetness and the overpowering peach in this. And
so
then
just
a little bit of dilution from the ice cubes.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
That is a drinkable drink. You can drink that. He's right. That is a fine sipping cocktail.
But again, just like with the tea, the walnuts in that have a slightly tannic flavor, like good strong black tea does.
It does.
So there you go. Even on a niche product that's really got questionable value,
You can find something to do with it.
given the right circumstances, the right ingredients, that potion can work.
I mean, we took 2 bottles of liquor that if you put it together, you spent $28 on, or maybe 30, and come up with a really good cocktail.
Wow, that is better than I'd anticipated. I really had high hopes for this.
Peach nuts.
There you go. So earlier I couldn't recommend it. Now, in the right context, wholeheartedly could I recommend this stuff.
We found 2 drinks. Yeah, drinking it straight or over the ice, I wouldn't touch it. I no thank you. But you mix it with something, and it works.
And after drinking that and then going back to the tea, now it just tastes like plain old peach tea, and it's grown on me too.
Yeah. No, this is. I would not kick either one of these out of bed for eating crackers. So
there you have it. Ole Smokey's peach whiskey.
Thanks for watching. If you like it, click the like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. And if you have something else that you'd like for us to review that fits our guidelines,
Bring it.
Bring it on. We try to get around to all of it.